So I'm back, and I want to start off with thanking everybody for all the positive feedback I got on my last video, the fitness update. I think it's because you guys saw the thumbnail and like the transformation I've made since then. But if you guys go to like my earliest videos, I made those in about like 2013. So like my first video, I think I'm like at my heaviest of 225. So if you go back there, you can definitely see that I've made a huge transformation already. But I do like have other like specific, more like tightening my body goals. But yes, I want to thank you guys because that was like really nice seeing the feedback from you guys and all the likes. I really appreciate it. And I think, what am I at? Like 364 subscribers. Thank you. Like, I really think we might hit 500 by Christmas, which would be really cool to do the giveaway for Christmas. So, thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. Like, I literally wake up to, like, the happiest feelings when I see, like, my subscriber count come up or, like, a new funny comment. One of you guys are crapping on me because my blunt never stays lit. It's because I'm talking. Like, literally. It's not my fault. But yes, but to the fucking point. This video is going to be about me basically going over what to do with your money bag while you're dancing, because I get that question. I feel like I kind of went over it in my stripper bag video, because I showed you guys like my actual what I use to carry my money bag in. But if you guys missed that part in that video, I'm going to go over it again today. Let me just find my notes. Okay, also tip out. I'll go over that too, because I get a lot of questions for that. But basically, while you're dancing, there's like, literally, I've never found a stage that has it. I'm trying to think of. There was one, actually. But I didn't, that was just an audition, so I don't know. But, depending on how your stage is set up, most stages are set up with this sort of area somewhere on the stage. So there's usually a place where the buckets are, and it's usually with the spray and the paper towels to wipe the pole down. So that's usually like where I leave my money bag, because it's usually like out of reach for the customers and like in the middle of the stage or like in a corner of the stage where the customers just can't reach. That's where I leave my bag. And I'm trying to think of like the one club that I like auditioned at that didn't have that. And honestly, I would just put it like in the center of the stage or anywhere on the stage that's out of reach for the customers. I wouldn't leave it out back unless you have like a lock, a secure lock for your locker, or anything like that. I would literally, like, I just like leave my money with me. So yes, I would look for that part on the stage, or honestly look at the girl that goes on before you, even if it's literally like that for this is your completely first night dancing. You're still gonna have time. You're probably not gonna be the first one up. Like, if you're the first one up, then that manager sucks, because that was like, you shouldn't be the first one up on your first night. But fucking just watch the first girl go up and see where she puts her money bag, if they don't have that type of area for you, so you'll like have a safe place for it. So just watch where she sits her money bag down. And really, like, when I first started, I was on the same boat. I kind of just watched where the other girls left their bag, and it was always, like, at DIARIES, like, the DJ booth was, like, above the stage, and then you would come down to the stage, and there was, like, this little, like, window area, and then a huge speaker. We would leave our stuff on top of the speaker and the window area. That's where we would leave our stuff at DIARIES. Zach's is, like, as like this like walkway, and then the stage, but this like, it's the stage, but it's like a walkway stage, and then it's like a square stage, and then there's a corner of the stage where they have all the buckets and the spray for the poles and stuff in that corner. Not on the outer edge, is kind of close to a seat right there, but if you put it on the other side of the buckets, like inwards, that's where I would usually put my bag. And then Hurricane Betty's, it was the same thing. Like, we actually entered this, like went onto the stage from the dancing, well, from the, what the fuck is it called? From the fitting room, well, like from the dressing room. So we would literally just like walk out of the dressing room to the stage. but right onto like our side was this huge speaker, and on top of the speaker, that's where the buckets were, spray and napkins. So that's where we would just leave our bags. So it's like just look for an area similar to that to leave your bag. Like you should be able to find it at most clubs. Um, and then for private dances, like no offense, strip clubs are made for guys, well, for anyone to get really slaughtered. So they're gonna have some sort of table for customers to sit their drinks on. Just sit it on the table closest to you while you're doing the dance. And clubs are made so like they could keep an eye on everyone, unless you're in like a sketchy club that doesn't give a fuck what you're doing. But most clubs have like mirrors on every wall. So literally, and I do that for my own safety. While I'm dancing, if I'm facing this way, I'm looking at that mirror in front of me, looking at the guy behind me. So I can see if his hand goes over and touches my bag. I can see if his hand goes over to touch anything else, so I can go around and punch him in the face. So, like, honestly, that's a good tip that I didn't even think of giving you guys. Look in those mirrors if you don't feel, like, comfortable. If you're new to dancing, if you're not onto that extra stuff, and you don't want nobody to touch you, use those mirrors. Those mirrors will be your best friend, because nigga won't even know. I'm watching ya. I'm watching ya. So yeah, like those are like, I don't know, that like I don't know. I get that question so much, and I'm just like, and I get it because like now that I know, it seems like common sense. But when I first started, yeah, I can understand why so many people have that question. Um, and then I got another question besides Tipo, of the collecting the money. Like so in videos of girls getting like money thrown all over them, um, like at the end of that, like you just have to pick it up. And one of the girls was worried about like whether guys take dollars back and like take some of it because it's like all over the place. It's like a huge mess sometimes. I have caught guys and I didn't even make a scene over it because like if my stage is covered in ones and a guy feels like he needs to take up $2, nigga, have it. Like I don't know why you're fucking wasting money in a strip club or like at a strip club in the first place if you feel you need to take $2 off my stage set. But I'm grown enough to like let you have that because you can have my pity $2 because you obviously need it more than I do. So you will find or customers that will literally, and then I'll just, with this one, customers that will put their money down and then you'll go like dance, like go like around the stage to the next customer and then pick up those ones and put them down again. With those customers, I'll literally, oh, another tip. I feel like I wrote this in comments but I've never said it. So good video. I'll take those ones and push it to the middle of the stage, and then I'm all set with going to you. Like, I'm good. Like, if you want to put some more money down, I'll push it to the middle of the stage, but I'm good. I don't like petty people. You're just, no. It's not worth it. I've caught a couple guys doing that before, and I'm just like, thanks, and I push it to the middle of the stage, and there's no reason for me to, like, want to go in front of you, get your attention, because you're just cheap and a waste of my time. So, with that, like, if you find guys are doing that, or in general, no offense, I say after, like, that's what I usually do it after my first round, but if I see a sketchy guy, like, I'll go to him and grab his ones real quick and push him to the middle of the stage. But usually I'll, like, go around the stage, like, smile, do a little dance for everybody so they'll start tipping. And, when I go back around that second time, I'll start pushing it through. Like, each time I go around, like, push it through, you know? That way, so at the end, they're all in, like, nice clumps of piles, so it's easier to, like, collect. Trying to think of what else. Oh, yeah. So, I was, like, thinking of anything else. If you, like, feel uncomfortable, like, just, like, I kind of have learned to do a lot of things in my dance. Like, I could, like, I don't know, I know, like, when a certain move, I look up in the mirror on the ceiling to, like, check everything down there. I've, like, learned ways to, like, double check certain things. So, like, oh, I forgot where I lost my train of thought with that. Oh, so, like, money-wise, if you're trying to figure out a way to, like, still look cute while pushing the money into the stage, in the middle of the stage, I usually, like, I don't know, most people twerk. I've met a couple girls that don't twerk and still get away with it. But most girls go down on the floor and twerk. So while you're doing that, literally just push it, like slide, like arch your back, like do little things while you're dancing on the floor to push the money in the center of the stage. Also, I definitely include this in my how to hustle, but since this is like a buddy factor, if like you don't feel comfortable, or like if you have a guy sitting at the stage and he's not tipping, go over to him and like do a little dance in front of him, because no offense, if he's sitting at the stage, that like that's, you're interested if you're at the stage. If you're not interested, then don't be at the fucking stage. End of story. End of story. I hate that. Like, no, you're not gonna sit at my stage set and not tip. No. No, get up and go. I'm like really mean when it comes, like, I don't know, I don't have patience. I can really be mean when it comes down to it, because you're wasting my time. You're sitting there just like staring at me for free. Like, no offense, you don't go and walk into a movie theater and fucking watch the movie for free. No. Like, you have to pay because you're sitting at the stage set. It's one thing if you're at the bar, like, I can, like, handle that. Like, if you're at the bar just drinking, like, you just want to come, like, woosah, have some chicks in the background. That's one thing. But stay at the bar if you don't want to tip. But if you're at the stage set, then you're required to tip. So, if you find a guy sitting at the stage set, like, sitting there, like, staring, just walk up to him, do a little dance for him, smile, don't be rude at first, see where it goes. So usually like take your thong or something and just like and like play with it, and then either he'll put it on your thong, put it on the stage, or not tip you. And no offense, if he doesn't tip you, then like literally cut the fuck off. Like, don't go to that part of the stage, ignore the shit out of him. No, because like I don't play that. Like, don't sit there and try to get a free stare from me, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just not about that. Like, especially because Zach's is a full nude. Maybe if it's topless, you might think differently. But I'm not going to get fully naked in front of you for you to not tip nothing. So, yes, you have to be very upfront. Like, and it's literally, that's why I say just go over there and be playful at first and, like, show your, like, play with the, like, string of your thong, because it would draw his attention. Like, some guys honestly forget to tip, and that's another good reason why you should go around at least like every other song to push the money into the middle of the stage, because without the money in front of, like, guys see the money in front of them and they kind of just see you and they forget to tip. Not seeing any money in front of them, not seeing you because you don't see any money back in front of them, they're going to remember, oh shit, I want her attention, I want her back over here, let me tip her again. So that's another good way to draw their attention back to you, is to like push their money away to remind them to keep tipping. I don't know, I'm starting to go into the how to hustle video. Shit. Okay. So we're going to cut that off there. Everything else I think is going to be, let me see, tip out. I know that's what I have to hit on last. Oh, okay, so if you feel like your money bag is getting too, like, if you get, like, a shit ton of ones on one set, and your money, like, I wish I had mine, like, on the end. Where did I stick that? Oh, it's fucking back over there. Okay, mine, I don't know, if you go on my What's in My Bag video, you'll see it, but mine was, like, a decent size, but it wasn't that, like, I don't know, it was a decent size, so I could actually, like, I don't know, fit a lot of my ones in there, but fucking, if you find that you just, whatever you carry your money in is getting too full with a lot of ones, just go to the bar, like I don't know, wherever, you just ask if you can turn in your ones, and they'll be able to do it, because most clubs actually prefer you. Like, I find, like, on really packed nights that the clubs are asking for us to turn in our ones because they're running out of ones. So yes, just do that, and it's kind of better than, because it was kind of awkward when I would, like, go, like, huge grocery shopping. Like, I just paid for $100 worth of groceries with $100 in ones. So it's kind of convenient to switch it out of ones for yourself and just to help the club out. So it's not lit. definitely keep that in mind. I would always try to do a couple hundred every night and bigger bills just to make sure that I didn't have so much ones. And also, like, I love that Zach has $2 bills because fucking that was just nice. I would put like, and like, I don't know, it's a, like, you just know a stripper if she has $2 bills. Like, nobody else has fucking as many $2 bills as a stripper. Um, so I would just hold my $2 bills and put them to the side, so it would be like a little savings with my $2 bills. Like, I don't know, you'll think of ways to finagle your money. Because I had another one, like, spending question, because it's just like tax free. You just go home with the cash. You feel like you can make it all back tomorrow. Um, and it sucks. Like, I can honestly say, think it through when you're spending that money, because you are, like, getting naked. Like, that's a huge part of yourself. Like, you wouldn't just do that for any dude. So think about what you're losing for the money you're getting and what you're spending on that money, because I worked like 7 months in Florida and maybe a year at Zach's and then a little bit at Hurricane Betty's. So like maybe 2 years, a little over that total stripping. And when I say I don't got a dime to show for it, I ain't got a dime to show for it. I ain't got shit to show for it. Especially since my car that I brought back then like died. Like, so it's like literally I got the stuff I have, yeah, stuff that I bought with all that money, yeah. Um, but it would be nice to be like, oh yeah, I have like 10,000 in the like savings account now. Like, definitely be smart with the money that you're getting, because you are doing things for it. Like, you're showing your body. So definitely take that into fact when you're just going, spending it freely. Yes. And other than that tip out, I think, I don't know, you guys, I'm a little tipsy and fucking high now. I'm sorry if this video's all over the place, but I kind of missed you guys. Like, I had like a bomb day. I was like reminiscing with like throwback songs all day, so it was just like, I just want to make a video. So this was the video I was gonna make. And tip out. So this one varies. Like, I can't say this is gonna be your tip out for whatever club you decide to go to, because it literally, none of my clubs have been the same for tip out at all. So I think Arides had like a $20 house fee, and then it was still like $20 to the DJ, $20 to the bar, and then you still had to tip the guys that walked us out at night. Yes, and that also varied. Like, if you guys, like, if you just, like, the club generally just had a slow night and nobody made any money, then they'll take that into the fact and be like, just get me next time, like, whatever. Like, sometimes they're very lenient. You just have to, like, especially look when you're researching clubs and stuff, definitely look into that. Fucking, where did I go after that? Zach's. I love Zach's. His policy. So his is $20 a night to the DJ. That's all. And that gets returned to you, but it actually sucks because it screws up like paperwork. But it gets returned to you at the end of the week in a check. So if you work one day that week, so that would be $20. A $20 check you'll get at the end of the night. If you work 2 days that week, that'll be a $40 check you'll get at the end of the second night. If you work 4 days that week, that'll be an $80 check you'll get at the end of the fourth night, and so on and so forth. So if you work 7 days that week, you'll get, and if you work doubles, so if you worked 7 days that week and you work doubles, so that's 7 times 2, 14, $280. That's a $280 check on top of whatever you made on top of tips. So, I don't know, I just like that because it was just like a nice little chunk of change, like, especially if you worked a couple days, because I usually always work like 4 days a week, so it'd be like a nice $80 check, like, for nothing. So, well, I don't know, you're just getting the money, like, back, so it's like you literally lose nothing at Zach's. But yeah, that's Zach's policy. Hurricane Betty's was, I think it was a $20 house fee. and then 10% to the DJ. 10%. So if you have $1,000 on the books and dances, because they keep track of dances, that's the only thing that sucks. Zach's like they didn't like it's just $20, so they no keeping track of your dances. But like the DJ might just to see if you want to like tip them up more, because like some DJs are sketchy like that. One of the DJs, the one I had a problem with, is sketchy like that. But other than that, like on clubs like Zach's, they don't really keep track of your dances unless someone's trying to see how much money you're gonna tip them at the end of the night. But at Hurricane Betty's they did, because you had to give 10% to the DJ. They really can't keep track of how much we make on stage, because that like it's ones, it could be whatever, 10s, 20s, like whatever the guy decides to tip you, and like they really can't just sit there and count your money while you're on stage. But dances, they will be like, oh, you just sat in Champagne Room, you got like $11,000 in Champagne Room, you owe me 10% of that. Like, so with clubs that do like the 10%, definitely be careful, because especially if you're doing private dances, that's why I don't fuck with private dances at Hurricane Betty's. Like, I'm like, nah, tip me on fucking stage. And especially not in Champagne Room, because I'm not giving dude 10% of my money when I just had to sit in Champagne Room and deal with you. Like, no. So, like, with clubs like that, take whether you want to make your money on stage or in dances. I know it's more in dances, but I don't know. I make more money on stage, honestly, because I don't. Well, it depends. Like, I don't know. I just don't. I don't like talking to people. Like, that's something I don't like. That's something that I definitely like. That's a job part of dancing for me. Like everything else, I really love. Like the free spirited, just fun. Like dancing, part of it is what I love. But I hate talking, especially to like creepy guys. Like I can't even entertain you. I'm like, really? You want to do what? But like, and it like depends, because that's what I'm saying. Like Zach's dances were $20. That was like, and it was like in this like little area. Like we didn't have Champagne Room or anything like that. It was just $20 dances, and then stage sets. And then we had multiple, like, so if it was a packed night, we had a couple stages, so we could have like 3 girls on, but like on separate stages at once. But and Hurricane Betty's, we had Champagne Room, and then I think it was $20 dances. I think it was 20. And then the Champagne Room varied by like how long you wanted to do it, and then the same thing for DIARIES. Yeah, pretty much. But there wasn't a 10%, so DIARIES really didn't keep track of your Champagne Rooms. Okay, but sorry my camera cut off, but I was basically saying, so it was kind of nice that DIARIES didn't do the 10%, but they were still getting their money in the fact that they took a sort of, like they took the percentage out of the Champagne Room, like for the bottle of champagne as their profit. So I forget, like I can't remember exactly, so I think there was like $100 bottle of champagne, so I think that was like 50-50. There was like a 350, and that was, they took 100 out of that one, and then like a 500, and I think they take like 200, something like that. But they definitely take a certain percentage out of every, for the like price of the bottle. So that was the hit there. Sorry, I like edited the other parts of this video, so I kind of lost my train of thought. But those are basically my tips on how to hold your money bag when you're dancing on stage or dancing in private dance rooms. And basically my tip out advice, basically just when you go for auditions, ask. They should tell you ahead of time, but definitely if they don't, ask so you can like go ahead of time, because on your first night you might just be overwhelmed by everything that's going on. It might just be a slow night. You don't know. You might just want to go with the money ahead of time, so you leave out with no worries. That money's already in your pocket. Whatever you make that day is already just a positive. So yes, that's my advice for tip out. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought completely. But yes, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, and don't forget to like, we're trying for like Christmas. I really want to do like a Christmas giveaway. You probably won't get it on Christmas, but I want to like announce the winners for Christmas. So that's my goal. So 500 for Christmas. Definitely help your girl get there. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.